Well, today the City Council are holding their budget meeting. They're going to be deciding on a budget that's going to have £50 million worth of cuts, and we're here to protest, to say that they shouldn't be making those cuts. Their own consultation with the public, which was a bit of a sham, but their own consultation said that people didn't want cuts to services to the elderly and vulnerable people. They didn't want cuts to library services. They didn't want cuts that affected the most vulnerable in our society, and that's what they're planning to do.
Over the past 6 months and more on this side of the chamber, we have worked alongside the senior management team to produce a council budget that protects frontline services, particularly those that residents see in their local neighbourhoods, and a budget that is fair to all. It's based on a series of guiding principles that are outlined in the report before us tonight.
Councillor Allen argues the case with regards to the national perspective. So let's remember what that national perspective is. It is a national perspective of a Liberal Democrat Party propping up a Tory government to allow them to begin a process of getting rid of public services and attacking those in need in our city. They are, in the way that they have produced the funding for this country, as it hits Newcastle, but it doesn't hit Richmond upon Thames. And it is the Liberal Democrats who are supporting that coalition. You went into bed with them. You have brought this budget upon yourselves.
What we've seen is Newcastle faring much worse than other areas of the country in terms of the settlements. That's how much the government thinks of Newcastle. Our reduction in revenue spending per head population is nearly £99 per head under this settlement. Compare that to other areas. Richmond upon Thames, £5.39. Wokingham, £4.58. The Isles of Scilly, £3.03. And East Dorset, £2. That is not in any way or any sense a fair distribution of resources around the country. The government has failed the fairness test when it comes to local government. Councillor Allen talked about keeping promises. We know, don't we, that the Lib Dems are good at keeping their promises. Have they kept their promise to protect the NHS budget? No. Have they kept their promise to scrap tuition fees? No. Have they kept their promise to keep VAT at 17.5%? No. Have they kept their promise to keep the future jobs fund? No. Have they kept their promise to keep educational maintenance allowances? No. Have they kept their promises to stop bankers getting bonuses? No. Have they kept their promises to keep universal child benefits? No. Have they kept their promises to employ 3,000 more police officers? No. Are they being honest about the challenges being faced in the city in this year's budget? No. Do we trust them to run the council? And emphatic no.
The Leader of the Opposition says that we need strong, effective leadership. So why is it that the Leader of the Opposition and his finance spokesman have not told us what their budget would be? There is no amendment, and there is no level of council tax either. And that is an abrogation of the responsibility of an opposition. And how can residents of this city take seriously an opposition which aspires to lead this city when they say nothing at all about how they would reduce the government's enormous deficit that they are responsible for? I call upon Council to back this budget, because this, in all of the circumstances, is the best budget that any administration could come forward with.
Because there are cuts across this city, not just being made by you, but being made in lots of different places because of what this government is doing. And you should be ashamed as Liberal councillors. You should be ashamed of being Liberal Democrats. You should be ashamed of what you're doing to this country. Because it is absolute disgrace.
Thank you.
This budget, I truly believe that this is a careful, a balanced, a responsible budget. And well, either agree to support what we're doing or give us some better ideas. You've had ample opportunities, you're chairing the scrutiny panel, put it to good use for heaven's sake. My final comment has got to be on Councillor Forbes.